I'm here at my pool, just got out of the water. And in this video series with SFuels, I'd like to introduce some nutritional ideas and tips for your Ironman race. And for those of you that are coming to the World Championships, I'll be doing my last video at the Ironman week, and that will culminate in this series. So I'd like to take you back 3 weeks before your race. What are the do's and don'ts nutritionally? First off, number one, don't change your diet. And I think a lot of athletes try to wiggle their diet. They think about a superfood or supplement that they can take, and you really don't want to change that at all. Maintain the same diet that you're on. There's a couple caveats to this, which I'll get to. Number two, don't try to increase your electrolyte intake or your fluid intake anticipating a hot day in Kona or a hot Ironman that you have. We're not camels. We can't store an infinite amount of fluid. So don't think about tanking up 3 weeks before the race. And I see a lot of athletes doing this. This is going to throw off all your salts in your entire system, including your sodium chloride, magnesium, potassium, calcium. So maintain your thirst mechanism by saying, I'm thirsty, I'm going to drink, but I'm not going to be drinking copious amounts of fluid. Number three, we want to maintain our same weight throughout that 3 weeks. And you're at race week 3 weeks before the race. Don't think I can drop another kilo or another 2 pounds before the race. I always like my athletes to be steadfast on their race weight 3 days prior to the race. And lastly, I think you have to have confidence in your diet. There's a lot of athletes, and I could have 100 athletes out here and ask what you're eating, and we get this myriad of a buffet. And I think the notion is, gee, I need to have this kind of food or this kind of drink or this supplement, and that will make me go faster. So the simplicity of this first video is really maintain your regular diet, don't overeat, don't gain weight, take a look at your body weight right now and see where it's at, hold that all the way up through race week. And in this next one, I'm going to talk about what can you do in this last week. I will add one more thing. Be aware in your training as you're taking in your calories. And calories can be all different forms. If you're carbohydrate adapted, I don't need to put the list of 1,000 items out here or the different types of drinks. If you're low carb, high fat, which you are with SFuels or a ketogenic diet, be acutely aware of what your dietary intake in like workouts in this last 3 weeks coming up to Kona. The question that I always ask athletes if they have GI distress in the race is, what did you do differently? And they say, I ate 50% more. And I'm not being silly about this, but a lot of athletes have a tendency not to pay attention to their dietary intake when you're in your best shape of your life right now, 3 weeks before the race. Take a close look at it, write it down, scrutinize it, and recognize that you can replicate this on race day. I hope this helps on this first video.